thinking about this game. He has the same personnel as we're up north, and the continuing presence of Artur Boric in goal, who was outstanding last week, has led a much more confident look to that Celtic defence. There's one significant absentee from Livingston's lineup from the no-scoring draw against Aberdeen. Paul Lambert, former Celtic hero, is out of the squad. Alan Walker, 19-year-old Edinburgh lad, comes into the side as Paul Dalglish takes on the club he once belonged to and for whom his father is a legend. There he is, Paul Dalglish, the top goal scorer with 4. They don't find goal scoring all that easy, Livingston, but they are fighting the corner now in the SPL. Referee John Underhill. We've had a long delay, as you probably know about by now, and the players have had a couple of warm-ups. It'll be interesting to see the quick reaction they have when the whistle is blown. Well, Celtic starting off this game a very late kick-off. I'm not sure who'll be affected more by this. One imagines Livingston. There's Mike telling them. They've been doing very well, of course, recently. They've had the 2 wins, they've had 6 draws, so they're fighting very hard for survival, although the record against Celtic is meagre to say the least. In 26 games, only 1 solitary point gained in a no-scoring draw back on the 18th of August 2001. So history hasn't a very pleasant tale to tell them. Big crowd in here, delayed, but very orderly. Because of the delay, I would say maybe 20 to 30,000 were outside, prevented from coming into the stadium. For obvious reasons, it may well have been that the game couldn't have been played at all, but they sorted it out. Finally, a widespread breakdown in the supply and the power throughout part of the east end of Glasgow. So really basically nothing to do with Celtic Football Club. Here's Maloney. McManus at the back, and of course, I wonder how many Celtic players are thinking about the man sitting in the stand watching this game, Roy Keane, who is going to be an influence one way or the other. I mean, you can almost feel his influence already simply by him being here. That Celtic team, one way or the other, has to accommodate him. Wallace fought very hard for that. Good pace in his attack, aided by determination there. Now, of course, we were saying before the Dunfermline match here that there was going to be a walkover, and Dunfermline went up and won 1-0. So I think Celtic, who were accused by some of being complacent that day, will certainly have learned a lesson about this. Here's the break. Dalglish is making the run on the right-hand side. Just kept that in. And I think a goal kick. I think he chipped underneath the ball. I don't think there was a connection by McManus. Good break by Paul Dalglish. There's certain similarities to his old man, but his old man was unique. Well, I think Livingston, although you might say that teams are becoming a little bit more emboldened by coming to Celtic Park, and Ibrox attacking the old firm, I think they have to defend the corner here because they could be taken apart. Celtic, although it's Christmas, I think we'll be in a Scrooge-like mood after dropping that point last week in Inverness. Petrov driving forward. Gets support. There's Maloney. Wallace just at the back. There he is. 4 Celtic players in the box, including McGeady. Plenty of time to turn that inside. McGeady. Mackay goes with him. Tries to get that over, and a wasted ball. Ran out of ideas there as Livingston tidied up. Roddy McKenzie, the most experienced player in this Livingston side. Got away by McManus, who's played very strongly for Celtic since being introduced. There's a run by Maloney. That was good tackling. The referee says no penalty. Here's Nakamura. Almost turns on and he just defends. When that ball came back there, Alan Walker, the player I mentioned at the top of the programme, came back to cover up Nakamura. Here was a complaint about that. I thought Livingston did go in for the ball, but he came from the back and the referee was right beside it and decided no penalty kick. Looked like pushing as Petrov went forward there. Goalkeeper clutched it confidently. McManus, a very, very committed player indeed. Nice touch on there by Petrov. Nakamura is wide. Japanese international who can float his way artistically through a game. Taken away, brought out there again. That I think will be a free kick. Yes, Snodgrass brought down, almost picked it up. Vincher, the Hungarian, with the square ball into Dalglish. Loud flick forward. Alan Walker. Still has it there. Nakamura going in with them, but I think it's a throw to Libby. There's a little touch of Dalglish was after it. Collision there with Petrov, but he seems to be okay. That's Paul Lambert and the man in front of him, of course, Norton Strachan. Two of them very much involved in the different ways, one for survival, one for winning this championship. Same sense of commitment, though. No, he got right underneath that, but Tierney couldn't do anything with it. Wallace is wide, plenty space there for Wallace, just in front of him McGeady. McGeady, who's been in excellent, sparkling form for Celtic recently. Hartson, there's the touch. Oh, the goalkeeper half committed himself, then went back. The man covering up there is Pinkston again. Hartson must score, goes for it again, couldn't get it in. That shot eventually by Petrov and too many defenders in front of him. Here's Dalglish. I think he was waiting for somebody to give him support. The crowd liked this. Don't like that. That was given away far too easily. Dalglish with it. Good control by Dalglish. Here's Dalglish going in again. Just pass. Brilliant run. Now then. I did say occasionally he bore a resemblance to his father. Well, look at this. Look at like Kenny of old, good control, determination. And the goalkeeper again got behind it. Boric really paying handsome dividends for Celtic at the moment. It'll be an in-swinger. Yeah, post! And it was Pinkston who came in. He did get there first. He might have been a little surprised that he was able to get up for that ball. By Tierney. Giddy taken very quickly. I must say, Livingston looking very sharp, particularly as they go forward to pick off Celtic's midfield players. Not lying back. Manners, Hodgson. Played that to Lennon in a very tight position. He couldn't quite get hold of that. Well, sometimes you find a team comes to Celtic Park and with a burst of adrenaline they do quite well, actually do some attacking, and then gradually Celtic wear them down, but they'll have to do better than that. Disappointing ending there from Telfer. Certainly took up very good position. Neatly touched inside. Maloney almost got away with that, strong. And at the moment, Livy in counter-attacking, simply playing that long ball forward. Nakamura has ripped it away from his defender. It was good play by Nakamura. Petrov dispatching it instantly. McGiddy. Oh, good run forward there by Wallace, and then he suddenly realised he wasn't going to be able to pick up the ball inside the box. Telfer. Maloney. Could have been laid off by Hodgson. He might try to go for it himself. Look at the power and the strength of the man driving forward. When he's like that, gets his head over the ball, he's very difficult to dispossess. There's no way that Pinkston was going to get a better of shoulder to shoulder there. In low and away it goes. McGeady can't get there. Vinci tries to go in for it. Balde, there's nobody in the left. Nakamura was just a little behind the play. Here's Dalglish again. Nicely brought down there by Snodgrass. He's going to lay it wide, and he does. Chased there by Walker. He's got time to pick it up. Who's inside here? Bobo Balde. Well, actually, I think he misjudged that. Didn't quite make up his mind whether to take it with his knee or his nose. Crowd not happy with this kind of passing. Dalglish again. Better play by Livy. Certainly not overawed. That was a great tackle by Petrov, and look at the pace of this man. Maloney. Nakamura. Telfer going wide right. There he is. That's a good shot taken by the goalkeeper's legs. It was Maloney. Nothing much else he could do. The ball was very tight to his body and legs. as it was played forward by Telfer. He had to take it first time with the goalkeeper getting his body. That's good experienced goalkeeping, by the way. Balby. Great neat play there by Richard Britton as he put it forward. Dare, Jason Dare, very experienced player too. And a goal kick, I think it came off Dare last. Referee John Underhill very close to that play. Up there by Wilson again. Wallace gives it away. Petro trying to get in on it. Lovely play by Maloney. Beautiful little 1-2s he plays with various players up there. That time it was Hartson. Although David Mackay came back very quickly to pick him off, plug the gap. And so far, Livingston, not just a case of holding out. We've seen the way that Dalglish and Britton in particular, along with Snodgrass, are getting up, trying to get in behind that defence. But here's McGeady with it. That's a decent ball, and again a corner kick. Celtic obviously very effective in the way they can use both wings in getting balls in, which I think, by the law of average, will pay off for them. Giddy with it. Not sure where that was intended, but Nakamura picks it up. Oh, he's pulled back, free kick. Actually, something like that should get a booking. Snodgrass doing the pulling, and no booking. However, a free kick. I think Celtic aren't too happy about the distance the wall is away from them. And he tries to hook it in and grazes the side net. He had made up his mind that he was going to play it to the nearer of the posts, and it almost paid off there. Vinci just getting to that, using his body well. He's strong. Just taken away there as Lennon came in, almost intercepting that. Wide by Hartson, he had to do that with the outside of the foot. Wallace giving support, doing a lot of good running, and McGeady takes his eye off the ball. I think what he was trying there was simply to push it on to Wallace instead of bringing it under control. I think he had his eye on his colleague going forward there, and that's what put him off. And McGeady showing his talent for tenacity, still there. That's a decent ball and just over. Hartson prowling at the back. An absolute set. Had that gone beyond the keeper, Hartson was going to get there. You can see him on the right-hand side, but it went over. push by Dalglish. The referee agrees. Here's Telfer. A bad ball by Telfer, that. Easily picked up a gift for Pinkston. Dalglish is actually playing very well at the moment. Better ball to Lennon, he's got a bit of space. Here's Maloney. Taken out of the play. Again, his pace is a determining factor for Celtic. Defences simply do not like Maloney when he runs at them like that. I think he'll end up with a lot of free kicks given against them for that very reason. Or given for him, if I could put it another way. Boric. Just get the feeling that the crowd kind of anticipated at least a goal by this stage, with just about 20 minutes of this game gone. Maloney and Petrov. I wonder if Maloney is going to have a go at this, or place it across, away on the left-hand side. There you are. McManus was up. Well, that was far too hasty a ball pushed forward there by Richard Britton. And plenty of time to bring that down. I thought I heard Paul Lambert screaming at Dalglish to hold before distributing. Nakamura's there. Here's Telfer. Beautiful ball. Using the whole width of the pitch. And this was Celtic can benefit with this man in the air. A little bit too direct. Nakamura was coming up inside him. I think it's all that Hartson could do in that situation all the same. I think he very wisely decided to bring somebody else into it. And it was Nakamura who would have been there. Much too near the near post that time. Virtually halfway through this first half. Still no scoring. There's Lennon. Nakamura. Vinci hesitated, Lennon was there beside him. Nakamura can't quite get there, that was a good tackle. Dalglish does a little flick on, Walker going in, he's looking for support, he's not going to get it, and he ran out of confidence. Well, to be fair to the youngster, there was nobody up in support with him. You can see that beautiful ball sent through there, lovely little touch by Dalglish, who's playing out of his skin at the moment. As I said, he couldn't lay it off to anybody, he had to go for it himself. McGeady. Easily back. Baldi. Vinci playing that principal linchpin role. Dear oh dear. Mackenzie's after it again. Races back to goal. He made such a hash of that. He had to take his life in his hands to do this. Right off the ball, and then he had to chase after it. McGeady in a very good position. A bad ball inside though again. Pinkston is there. Well, it's all Celtic at the moment now. Livy doing virtually nothing. Who can it be laid off to? Nakamura tries to go in and then just take it away again. It's not exactly a siege, but there's a remorseless tide now flowing towards that Livy goal. Beautiful play again by Maloney. Another corner kick. Some excellent football by Celtic, and that final ball is being denied them by some very good defending. Played across there, and so far there's always been that extra defender. Watson tries to go there. Taken away by Vinci very coolly. Well, he kept his nerve. That's bad play by Lennon. Could be spread wide. Nakamura trying to cover. Decent ball through there. McGeady. Here's Maloney. Taken away. Nakamura had to go for it. Telfer. This Polish goalkeeper is improving by the game. Very confident looking. Well, Celtic have the ascendancy, but on the other hand, in terms of the chances that are being creating, he's into a rather sterile pursuit by them. Like that there as Pinkston picked that up. They've been doing that regularly. Good turning by Dalglish again. He's inspired by being at Celtic Park. Well, they should have that covered. Not the best of clearances all the same. Well done by Wilson. Tries to go forward, and they're claiming that should have been a free kick. John Underhill says no. Tried getting a little bit restless. There's Maloney jiggling over that. Well, Wallace has picked a lot of ball up in on that left-hand side, combining well with McGeady, but rather faded out of the game at the moment. Good start to it though. Now Telfer. Wanted that ball played back to him. That's a decent ball played in again. Well, all Livy are doing at the moment is knocking it back into midfield to a Celtic player, so it's almost remorseless this at the moment. Archin must be, no, great save as once again Stan Petro came up to try and finish that off. He tried to place it more than anything else, as you can see here. Maybe he chose the wrong side of the goalkeeper. Anyway, Bonnie McKenzie was well behind it, and he's played confidently, apart from his terrible attempt at a kick out. Dalglish. Easy one for Baldi. Ray McGeady goes again, but picked up by Vinci now. Well, they ran away from the ball, Britain. Looking for somebody to come towards the ball. Here's Lennon. That's tucked away by Jason Dare. Very experienced players, I said, Jason Dare. He's had so many clubs, Wraith, Millwall, Dunfermline, Motherwell. Good, responsible professional. Longer ball by Bobo Balde. I thought it was a push on Hartson. Certainly going for the ball, Dunfermline. Ed Livingston. Here we are, put it back. Vinci. A good play by Vinci, still kept it under control. An attempt there by Snodgrass to bring it down. He had to be absolutely precise in the way he controlled that, and Livingston still holding out. Dalglish again. Nicely played inside Dalglish. They're working well as a team, Livingston. I think a long way to go yet, but Paul Lambert must be very happy with the way they've dedicated themselves to this game. Good sense of commitment to it. Tierney. Much cleaner kick out that time. There we are, just under 15 minutes remaining of this half. Still no scoring. Celtic the superior team in terms of possession and the chances that have been created. And there is Dalglish. There's a lot of pushing and jostling there as Nakamura went down. The referee just turned away from it. Hartson couldn't get it away. Chilling to the referee that he was fouled as Tierney picks it up. Dalglish again. I thought he was roughly dealt with by Bobo Balde. He's down, crumpled, and he gets a free kick. Played in there, right into the side of him. So, Richard Britton to take this. Straight to the goalkeeper. Well now. Little bit of a scare there, and not the best of balls to be thrown out. I think he was maybe recovering from almost a mishap. Pushing and wrestling going on, but now Lennon. Lost a bit of the drive in midfield at the moment, Celtic. Here's Telfer. And Nakamura. Changes his mind in that, wanted it played back to him, and he gets it. That's a beautiful ball put through and a free kick. Vinci is booked for that. That looked very promising indeed by Celtic, all emanating from the Japanese international, who decided he'd go off on a little run himself and then put that ball forward the way he did to Petrov. Free kick, yellow card. Nakamura, there's Hartson going in and they all missed it. Very unlike John Hartson, he just dipped his head there. I think he was after just the tiniest of glances. And that goal still remains intact, much to the chagrin of the little fella there. He did the best he could, couldn't get hold of it. McGeady, there's Hartson, that's a beautiful run again, Maloney! Some of the moves from midfield have been excellent, Celtic, but let's give credit to good goalkeeping, good defending, and that's why the score at the moment after 33 minutes is as it is. Nothing each. Well, Vinci took a knock further downfield, and I think the referee's allowing him to recover and get back into the penalty area. Corner kick. Not the best of ones. Here's Baldi. Dalglish very bravely going after him, and Baldi almost lost control, then recovered, and of course the big fellow is going off to the African Nations Cup very shortly in the new year, and Celtic will have to make some provision for that. Could be that Roy Keane is part of the notion of that provision. Offside flag was up, but the referee is waving play on. Strong puts it in. Telfer is there. Neat play again by Lennon. The very epitome of neatness is Lennon, the way he plays his game. Attention to detail. Very careful, tries to make it look simple. Go to Celtic. Still no scoring. Well, Paul Telfer has come forward at least 3 times, but the final ball letting him down. That's really what matters. Lennon. Well, Manana's having to play safe. The Livy forwards are eager and alert. No latitude at all for any mistakes and slip-ups there. Maloney, again good play. McGeady seemed to be taken off the ball, and that's a very good play. There's Jason Dare picks it up. Dalglish, and a poor ball by Dalglish that time. Could have held on to it a little bit longer. I think he's played excellently in this match. Murmurs of unrest in the stands at the moment. Well, a youngster tried to bring it under control and sweep it out to the left. Again, to take his eye off the ball. But again, I think it illustrates the appetite that Livingston have for this game. Swooping down on Celtic's midfield whenever they can. Vinci. Away by McGeady, that's good play. Now neatly swept through Maloney. That's a little buzz by him again. McGeady, good control. Plays it inside. Here's Maloney, must be this time. Penalty kick. Strong right into Maloney there in the 37th minute. The way that ball was played between player after player, and then the referee saying that's a penalty kick. Well, there was a great deal of clamour by the Livy players about that, thinking that Strong had got in fairly enough. There it is. Sean Maloney, his pace has been one of the most disturbing elements for this Livingston defence, and typically and appropriately puts that away. Celtic in the lead, 1-0.
So for Celtic.
I think Livingston will be annoyed about that. Not so much in terms of whether it was a penalty or not, according to them, but the very fact that they'd held out for so long. Might have got away into the half-time interval intact. Not now. And very often at Celtic Park, when Celtic do get that breakthrough, after that, the deluge. Certainly used to be. Roglic. He has played well. He's very unfortunate there not to get away with that. Now McGeady. Well, he could have dazzled himself that time. Vinci. It's a bad ball to have been played forward. Telfer took his eye off it though. Jason Dare. John Underhill saying that a deflection. There's McManus. Petrov. Maloney. What an invaluable asset he's turned out to be for Gordon Strachan, who admitted he was surprised by the quality of his play. Didn't really know too much about him before arriving at Celtic Park. Now he does. Here's again Maloney, good little turn. Petrov trying to go in. Away by Mackay. Vinci trying to go in here, and free kick. Vinci mixing with Lennon. Celtic player not happy about that. Word in his ear by John Underhill just to cam it. And Nakamura was brought down. I don't think Celtic had all that much advantage out of that. Certainly the referee blew very quickly indeed. So free kick Celtic. Nakamura, Baldi is up, Maloney. Difficult ball to take, dropping from a height to him, scooping underneath it. Baldi. All looks very untidy, but it breaks well for Celtic that time. McGeady and Nakamura. Good position for him. Again, tries it with that left foot of his. Too many defenders in. Oh, running into trouble. Snodgrass. Too much in the ball, and that's a great shot and a superb save. Willie Maloney's been outstanding. A constant threat, pace, accuracy of passing, and ability to turn on a sixpence. Giddy just got rid of it. Nakamura, plenty space for Telfer. Body again, laid it off well. McGeady couldn't get any latitude there at all. And it just got in. Nakamura. Celtic playing with confidence in midfield at the moment. Good passing movements, very fluid. Taken away though by Mackay again. Nakamura was quick on the uptake. Now, a bit of space here. Livingston trying to get players forward. Tierney with it. Good play. Here's Dalglish. And the attendance of Nakamura put him off there. The counter-attack now. Maloney, he has support on the left-hand side. Too much on that though. Wallace, no chance of making it as we head for half-time. Little flick on, it won't reach Dalglish though. Free kick quickly taken. Too quickly taken. Well, there goes to Petrov. Well, it's been an interesting first half altogether. Only a penalty separating both sides, although Celtic rather superior side. They were beginning to get frustrated. They had played some superb, fluid football, but always in the final ball, a good blocking, a good goalkeeping kept that Livingston goal intact, and the occasional breakaway. So they've made it competitive, Livingston. Celtic haven't rolled them over, at least not so far. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, it makes for a very interesting second half. Late though that second half may be, we kicked off 45 minutes late. So off they go with Celtic, with that lead. Celtic 1, Livingston 0.